A very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor and here are this morning's headlines. No confusion over CBSE retest, says Centre. Class 12 Economics paper on 25th of April. Decision on Class 10 Mathematics retest in Delhi NCR and Haryana only if Pro points to large-scale leak. Delhi police questions over 60 people. Innovation quotient of nations will determine their progress, says Prime Minister Modi. Addressing students at the Smart India Hackathon, says IPPP or Innovate, Patent, Produce and Prosper will be a strong force in coming days. Last day for filing income tax returns. Belated or revised returns for 2016-17 and 2017-18 can be filed. RBI asks bank to remain open till 8 p.m. today for taxpayers' convenience. India and Pakistan agreed to mutually resolve all issues related to treatment of diplomats following harassment complaints by both sides. Foreign ministries of both countries say agreement to resolve matter in line with the 1992 Code of Conduct. And Russia orders expulsion of diplomats from at least 23 more countries. This is in retaliation to the expulsion of Russian diplomats by these nations over poisoning of former Russian spy in the UK. Our top story this morning, the centre has said that there is no confusion regarding the retest for the CBSE examination following the paper leak. HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar clarified this after the CBSE announced the re-examination for the economics paper of Class 12. The decision for holding retest for the Class 10 mathematics paper for NCR and Delhi and Haryana region will be taken if investigations point to a large-scale leak. Meanwhile, students and youth leaders from the Congress held protests across the national capital against the alleged question paper leak on Friday.
Students and youth Congress leaders held protests in the national capital against the CBSE board papers being leaked. They accused the board of negligence and demanded immediate action against the guilty. About 28 lakh students have been affected by the decision for a retest. The government said the economics exam of class 12th will be held on April 25th. The date for the mathematics exam of class 10 will be taken in a fortnight. The centre said that the retest for the 10th maths paper, if needed, would be restricted to Delhi NCR and Haryana.
The first announcement is in the context of the class 12 examination. One paper got apparently leaked, and given the fact that the class 12 examinations are a very important examination in the context of the future of a child, in the context of examinations or the admissions that have to be done in the Delhi University, the date for the examination has been fixed as 25th of March. Sorry, 25th of April, I stand corrected, 25th of April. As far as class 10 examinations are concerned, the preliminary inquiries have revealed that the leak was restricted to Delhi and Haryana.
Human Resource Development Minister Prakash Javadekar took to Twitter to clarify that there is no confusion regarding the retests. He said retests for the 10th would be held only if investigations point to a large-scale leak.
इस सब बच्चों को जो है दोबारा परीक्षा देने की जरूरत नहीं होगी. जहां पर लीक हुआ है केवल वहीं के बच्चों के लिए पूरी इंक्वायरी के बाद ये तय किया जाएगा कि किन बच्चों को दोबारा पुनः परीक्षा देना होगा.
Meanwhile, the Delhi Police's crime branch has questioned over 60 people so far, including students and teachers of private coaching centers in connection with the matter. Those questioned also include administrators of over 10 WhatsApp groups on which the leaked question papers were shared. They also sought a reply from Google about an email that was sent to CBSE chairman Anita Karwal in connection with the paper leak case. Meanwhile, police have detained 6 students from Jharkhand's Chhatra district for the leak. However, the opposition has stepped up attack on the centre over the leak.
इस जान से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. दुख की ये बात है कि जब आपको शाम को कल 8:17 में पता चल गया कि पेपर लीक हो चुका है, तो फिर मंत्री ने अगले दिन तक, जब बच्चे इम्तिहान में बैठ चुके थे, तब इम्तिहान को रद्द करने का क्या तुक था, क्या वजह थी?
Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and Education Minister Manish Sisodia also wrote to the HRD Minister asking him to convene a day-long meeting with all the education ministers of states for brainstorming on the paper leak issue. With Vipin Chauhan, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And on to the other top story of the day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emphasized on the need for innovation. Interacting with the young innovators of the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2018 at centres across the country through video conferencing, the Prime Minister said that he was glad to see younger generation immersing itself in nation building. The Prime Minister said IPPP, that is Innovate, Patent, Produce and Prosper, will drive innovation in the coming days. He also pitched for the interlinking of rivers, saying that it can help address the issue of imbalance between areas having excess water and those facing scarcity of the resource. The two-day event, which is taking place across 28 centres across the country, was inaugurated by HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar in the national capital on Friday.
आज की जनरेशन जब नेशन बिल्डिंग के लिए इस तरह के प्रयास में जुटती है तो न्यू इंडिया का इरादा और मजबूत हो जाता है और इसलिए मैं बहुत जोर देता हूं पार्टिसिपेशन पर, पार्टिसिपेटिव गवर्नेंस पर। दुनिया की कोई भी चुनौती इस देश के 125 करोड़ लोगों की इच्छा शक्ति और श्रम शक्ति से कतई बड़ी नहीं है। जहां 65% जनसंख्या 35 वर्ष से कम उम्र की हो, जहां पर डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड का इतना विस्तार हो, उस देश के लोग ठान ले तो कोई भी लक्ष्य असंभव नहीं है। मैं विशेषकर नौजवानों की बात करूं तो आप सभी में जो जोश, जो उत्साह, जो उम्मीद मैं न्यू इंडिया के लिए देखता हूं, वो मेरे अपने भरोसे को कई गुना और बढ़ा देती है। देखिए, दुनिया में जो पॉपुलेशन है उसका करीब 17% पॉपुलेशन हमारे यहाँ है, लेकिन दुनिया में जो पानी है उसका सिर्फ 4% पानी हमारे पास है। हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट की तुलना में हमारे पास बहुत कम पानी है। 17% पॉपुलेशन और 4% पानी, इसका मतलब हुआ कि समय से रहते हुए हमें पानी का सदुपयोग सीखना पड़ेगा। हमारे यहाँ नदियों में कहीं फ्लड आता है और कहीं नदियाँ सूखी पड़ी हुई है। जब तक हम रिवर इंटरलिंकिंग नहीं करेंगे, हमें, आपको शायद पता होगा, मैं जब गुजरात में मुख्यमंत्री था तो नर्मदा नदी को हमने 21 नदियों के जो साथ जोड़ा था और 21 नदियों को जिंदा किया था और उसके कारण वहाँ के एग्रीकल्चर में, वहाँ के वाटर टेबल में बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया। इवन लोगों को पीने का पानी, अगर पीने का पानी शुद्ध मिलता है तो हेल्थ सेक्टर का बहुत बड़ा खर्चा कम हो जाता है।
And today is the last day for filing of income tax returns and belated or revised ITRs for the assessment years 2016-17 and 2017-18 can be filed today. To facilitate the filing of income tax returns and the completion of associated work, all income tax offices and Aikar Seva Kendra will remain open today. The Reserve Bank of India's offices and all designated branches of agency banks conducting government banking will keep their counters open up to 8 p.m. for greater convenience to the taxpayers. Electronic transfers can also be done till midnight today. The centralized payment systems such as the RTGS and NEFT will also be operational with the extended business hours. Necessary arrangements have also been made to conduct special clearing operations across the country to facilitate the government receipts and payments. On to some other news. Businesses and transporters moving goods worth over 50,000 rupees from one state to another will have to carry an electronic or e-way bill from 1st of April this year. The e-way bill provision of the goods and services tax was first introduced in the month of February as an attempt towards an anti-evasion measure that would boost tax collections by clamping down on trade that currently happens on cash basis. However, its implementation was put on hold after the system developed glitches in generating permits. And to ensure a foolproof system, the Goods and Services Tax Network has activated a facility to generate e-way bill when goods are transported from one state to another by either road, railways, airways or vessels. And Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Thawar Chand Gehlot on Friday said that the government will file a review petition before the Supreme Court against the court's order on SC/ST's Atrocities Act. The Union Minister tweeted the government's decision challenging the apex court order banning automatic arrest and registration of criminal cases for alleged harassment of SCs and STs under the Act. He further appealed to the organizations and individuals opposing the top court's verdict to withdraw their protests. And Tamil Nadu government will move the Supreme Court on the issue of constituting the Cauvery Management Board. State Chief Minister Palanisamy chaired a meeting on Friday with his senior cabinet colleagues to discuss the legal steps taken in this regard. AIADMK workers have decided to go on a fast on 3rd of April, demanding the formulation of Cauvery Management Board. The fast would be held from 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. The meeting was held following the end of a 6-week deadline given by the Supreme Court to the centre to set up a Cauvery Water Management Board to formulate a scheme. Now, this is a standoff in Parliament also really happening on this issue. Meanwhile, the DMK has said that it would hold a meeting of its friendly parties on Sunday and later announced demonstrations against the state and central governments. The centre is also likely to file application in the Supreme Court seeking clarification on the setting up of the Cauvery Management Board. News from Karnataka, and on the second day of his visit to Old Mysuru region, BJP President Amit Shah will visit temples in the Mandya region and also interact with the farmers' organizations today. Amit Shah will also address a press conference and interact with the silk industry leaders. Shah began his fourth round of visit to the pole-bound state with a tour of Old Mysore areas on Friday, asserting that Siddaramaiah and JDS would receive the biggest shock of their lives from the region in the 12th of May assembly polls. Mysuru region is the home turf of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who hails from this district. And out of the total 26 seats in the 4 districts of Mysuru region, BJP did not win a single seat during the 2013 assembly elections.
कर्नाटक के विकास के लिए, कर्नाटक के युवा के लिए, कर्नाटक की महिला के लिए, दलित और आदिवासी के लिए, कर्नाटक के किसान के लिए हम सत्ता में परिवर्तन करना चाहते हैं। कांग्रेस को उखाड़ फेंकने में जेडीएस समर्थ नहीं है। अगर कर्नाटक की जनता चाहती है कि कांग्रेस को उखाड़ फेंकना है, सरकार बदलनी है, सिद्धरामैया को हटाना है, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जिताना पड़ेगा, श्री येदियुरप्पा जी को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना पड़ेगा।
More news from Karnataka, and after its massive electoral defeat in Tripura, the CPIM is looking to bolster its chances in the state of Karnataka. In its 3-day Central Committee meeting in New Delhi, the party decided on the candidates for Karnataka Assembly election. The party says that the list of candidates will be released soon. Party General Secretary Sitaram Yechuri said that the party will contest the Karnataka polls as a part of the left front. The meeting also discussed the possibilities of a third front for the 2019 Lok Sabha elections.
CPM is going to enter the contest as part of the left front in Karnataka. And in these elections, the main objective of the CPM would be to defeat the BJP. And apart from the seats where we are contesting, we have decided we'll support the strongest candidate that will be in a position to defeat the BJP.
25 members of Lok Sabha were conferred Best Parliamentarian Awards by Fame India, a Hindi magazine, in the national capital on Friday. Felicitating the awardees, the Union Minister Harshvardhan inspired the parliamentarians to work tirelessly for the welfare of the people.
25 Lok Sabha members won the FAME India 2018 Best Parliamentarian Award. They were selected by a survey jointly conducted by FAME India, a Hindi magazine, and survey agency Asia Post. Union Minister Harshvardhan praised the contribution of the MPs in the development of the country. The awardees included Kirit Premji Bhai Solanki, Nishikant Dubey, Bhairon Prasad Mishra, Rodmal Nagar, Udit Raj, Anurag Singh Thakur, Om Birla, Chandra Prakash Joshi, Pushpendra Singh Chandel, Poonam Mahajan, Virendra Singh, Sharat Tripathi, Sudhir Gupta, Ramesh Chandra Kaushik of the BJP. Other winners were Gaurav Gogoi and Dipender Singh Hooda of the Congress Party, Rabindra Kumar Jaina and Kalikesh Narayan Singh Deo of the Biju Janata Dal, Arvind Sawant of the Shiv Sena, Supriya Sule of the NCP, Pappu Yadav of the Jan Adhikar Party, Dushyant Chautala of the National Lok Dal, N.K. Premachandran of the Revolutionary Socialist Party, Saugata Rai of the TMC, and Prem Singh Chandu Majra of the Shiromani Akali Dal. The MP's performance was measured on the number of debates they participated in, the number of questions raised, the number of private members' bills introduced, attendance, and the usage of funds under the Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break here. We'll be back with more news. Welcome back after the break. Let's get to some other news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called Indians living abroad the true national ambassadors who contribute in strengthening India's relations with other countries. Addressing the Sri Kuchi Leva Patel Samaj in Nairobi via video conferencing on its Silver Jubilee celebrations on Friday, Prime Minister Modi lauded the contribution of the community in various welfare activities and the development of East Africa. He also recalled the role of members of Indian community in Kenya's freedom movement. Prime Minister Modi said that India is investing in various sectors in Kenya, from food processing to skill education. He said that India has announced a $10 billion aid for the development of Africa. He further said that recently New Delhi announced the opening of 18 new embassies and high commissions in that region.
बीतेला 3-4 વર્ષમાં માત્ર કેન્યા જ નહીં પણ સંપૂર્ણ આફ્રિકા મહાદ્વીપમાં ભારતના મજબૂત સંબંધોની એક નવી દિશા ખુલી છે કે તાજેતરમાં જ ભારત સરકારે નિર્ણય કર્યો છે કે આફ્રિકાના દેશોમાં નવી 18 એમ્બેસી અને હાઈ કમિશન ખોલવાની જાહેરાત અમે કરી દીધી છે, નિર્ણય કરી દીધો છે. ટૂંકમાં કામ આગળ વધશે.
And in a major development, the Ministry of External Affairs has said that India and Pakistan have agreed to mutually resolve all issues about the treatment of their diplomats. The agreement follows claims and counterclaims by the two countries about the harassment of each other's diplomats. The MEA said that the two sides have mutually agreed to resolve the matters in line with the 1992 Code of Conduct for the treatment of diplomatic personnel in India and Pakistan. The code provides for smooth and unhindered functioning of the diplomatic and consular officials of the two countries. The code also says that the two countries should not resort to intrusive and aggressive surveillance and actions such as verbal and physical harassment, disconnection of the phone lines, among others. The Pakistan Foreign Ministry also made a similar statement. And Pakistan on Friday asked India to allow its officials to undertake a tour for inspecting Indian projects in the Indus River Basin. It made the request during the two-day meeting of the 114th Permanent Indus Commission between the two countries in New Delhi. According to reports, India in a reply said that the inspection will be arranged in line with the provisions of the Indus Waters Treaty. The last time a Pakistani team of officials visited the Indus River Basin in India was in 2014. The discussions took place in a cordial manner during the meeting, which took place in the backdrop of continuing tensions between the two countries. On to some other news. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be travelling to Russia for a 3-day tour to attend the 7th Moscow Conference on International Security. Nirmala Sitharaman's visit will be between 3rd of April to 5th of April, and during the tour she will also meet her Russian counterpart and other senior leaders of that country. According to sources, her visit will provide an opportunity to reinforce the traditional friendly relations that exist between the two countries, with a particular reference to military technical cooperation. And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has emphasized the need for women empowerment. Speaking in Hyderabad, the Vice President Naidu said that true gender equality can be achieved only when women are empowered in all fields. He said that gender discrimination has resulted in low literacy rates and therefore low representation of women in workforce and politics as well.
Underscoring the need for true gender equality, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Friday said it can be achieved when women are empowered in all fields: educational, social, economic and political.
Reference books, titles, journals and periodicals.
Addressing the Silver Jubilee ceremony of the Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Hyderabad, Vice President Naidu said empowering women will enable them to lead a life of dignity. He said there is enough evidence to show that women during the early Vedic period were seen as equal to men in all walks of life.
Our long, rich history is dotted with the numerous achievements of extraordinary women. Prabhavati, daughter of Chandragupta II, who performed administrative duties in her kingdom. Adevidanga, Rajya Sultana, the only woman monarch to rule Delhi. Durgavati, the gold queen. Rajamata Jijabai. We could also recount the famous poetess like Mulla who wrote Ramayana. Akka Mahadevi, a 20th century Kannada poetess. Tamil poetess Andal and Avayar.
The Vice President also expressed concern over gender discrimination that has resulted in low literacy among women. He said the drop in women workforce is a matter of concern and this trend has to be reversed. He added that atrocities against women and domestic abuse are unfortunately tarnishing our image as a nation.
దీంతో పాటు మహిళలు కూడా నేను ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టుగా తమ కర్తవ్యాన్ని భరించాల్సి ఉంది. ఇది దురదృష్టం. 70 ఏళ్ల స్వతంత్ర అనంతరం కూడా మన దేశంలో మహిళల యొక్క విద్యా శాతం తక్కువగా ఉంది. Literacy rate among women has to be improved drastically to enable them get gainful employment or take up skilled vocations. Needless to say that education forms the foundation for empowering women. As had been most aptly and said, educating a woman means educating an entire family.
The Vice President also said that empowering women educationally, socially and politically is the fundamental requirement for the country to achieve rapid progress. Rajkamal Rao's report for Rajya Sabha Television.
Let's get you all the international news. Russia has ordered the expulsion of diplomats from at least 23 countries, and this as a reciprocal move after those countries expelled Russian diplomats in solidarity with the UK over the poisoning of a former Russian double agent. Russia has now expelled 13 Ukrainian, 4 Canadian, 4 Polish, 4 German, 3 Lithuanian, 3 Czech and through Italian, 2 Dutch, 2 Spanish and 2 Danish diplomats. Also expelled are 1 Finn, 1 Latvian, 1 Swede and 1 Norwegian, 1 Romanian, 1 Croatian and 1 Irish diplomat, as well as an Estonian attaché. The tit-for-tat move comes after more than 20 countries announced this week that they would expel Russian diplomats in support of Britain, which blames Moscow for the nerve agent attack against Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia on British soil. Russia, however, denies involvement. The wave of expulsions comes a day after Russia expelled 60 US diplomats and closed a US consulate in St. Petersburg. Meanwhile, Russia on Friday also announced further measures against UK diplomats. It has told the British ambassador to cut staffing to the size of the Russian mission in the UK. And at least 17 Palestinians were killed and several others were injured in confrontations with Israeli security forces during protests in Gaza on Friday. Tens of thousands of Palestinian protesters marched in Gaza towards the border fence between Israel and Gaza. The march, however, quickly turned bloody as Palestinian protesters and Israeli military clashed along the fence. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas blamed Israel for the violence and has also urged the United Nations Security Council to help provide protection to the Palestinian people. The United Nations Security Council members are meeting in New York and they have called for an investigation into the violence. Let's get you all the sporting action. Indian badminton players Parupalli Kashyap and Sameer Verma have entered the men's singles quarterfinals of the Orleans Open World Super 100 tournament in France. Fifth seed Kashyap defeated Ireland's Joshua Magee. Kashyap will now face Denmark's third seed Rasmus Gemke, while Sameer Verma beat French Thomas Rouxel. Verma will now face Lucas Cauvery. While in men's doubles pair, Francis Allwyn and K. Nandagopal have advanced to the quarterfinals. The pair beat Milos Bochat and Adam Qualina. They will now face a German pair of Mark Lasfus and Marvel Emil Seidel. And South Africa will resume the first innings of the fourth test match against Australia in Johannesburg on the second day today. On Friday, the hosts made 313 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 88 overs with the 4 wickets in hand. Aiden Markram was the top scorer with 152 runs of 216 balls, while AB de Villiers scored 69 runs of 119 balls. And the Women's T20 Tri-Series cricket final will be played between Australia and England in Mumbai today. India exited the tournament after they lost their first 3 games, 2 to Australia and 1 to England, while it beat England by 8 wickets in another match to record a consolation win. The match will begin at 10 a.m. That's all in this news bulletin. Thanks for watching.